In this tutorial, we'll look at pesticide calculations, and we'll do this by looking at two common examples. This video caters to students that are in horticulture or learning about agriculture. The question asks, how many pounds of active ingredient are there in a 30-pound bag of a 50 WP pesticide? WP means wettable powder. And when we read a number followed by WP, that represents a rate. So this WP actually means 50% of the weight of this product is active ingredient. The other 50 are things like fillers. So to answer a question like this, we use our formula base times rate is equal to portion. So we want to find out how much of the base value, which is the weight of the bag, that's 30 pounds, how much of that is the pesticide alone, the active ingredient. So we take the 30 pounds and we multiply it by 50%. 50% needs to be converted as a decimal, so 0.5. Simply divide it by 100%, you get that value. So we take the base value, multiply it by 0.5, and this will give us the portion of this bag that is pesticide only. So using our calculator, we'll take 30, multiply it by 0.5, and we end up with 15 pounds. Therefore, 15 pounds of the 30 represents active ingredient. That example was easy. Let's move on to something involving rates. This time the question asks, a 10G herbicide is to be applied at a rate of 2 pounds of product per 1,000 square feet to a 12,000 square foot of lawn. How much of the herbicide is needed? Let's begin by understanding what this 10G means. That capital G, as shown right here, represents granule, and it's the formulation type. Furthermore, we're told that we must apply this herbicide at a rate of 2 pounds of product. Notice that they said product, not active ingredient. So 2 pounds of product for every 1,000 square foot of land. That's the recommended amount. And we are applying it to 12,000 square feet. There are a number of ways you can do this. You can set up a proportion where you already have a ratio. You can make this equal to an unknown value, which will represent the weight of the product per 12,000 square feet. So here X represents an unknown representing the weight of the product for that amount. And just as we've done solving other proportions, we can do this by cross multiplication. We'll take this value, multiply it to X, and take that value, multiply it to 2. 2 times 12,000 makes 24,000, and we can ignore the units for a moment. 1,000 times X makes 1,000 X. Making some more room, we can divide now this equation, both sides, by that factor, by 1,000. And 24,000 divided by 1,000 makes 24, and you can easily verify that on your calculator. And it's specifically 24 pounds of this product that we need. You should always follow up each of your answers with a therefore statement. So 24 pounds of herbicide is required for 12,000 square foot of lawn. In question B, we're asked, convert the application rate to pounds of active ingredient per 1,000 square feet. And for this, we have to understand what that 10G meant earlier. Again, that 10G represents a rate. And in this particular case, it is 10% active ingredient. So what we can do, the original application rate is 2 pounds of product per 1,000 square feet. So using the formula BR is equal to P, the same one we used in question number 1, the base amount is, let's say, 2 pounds. So let's say we have 2 pounds of the herbicide. If we multiply it by 10%, or the equivalent in decimal being 0.1, we end up with the portion of the 2 pounds that represents active ingredient. So using our calculator, or you can do it in your head, it's up to you, however you like, you end up with 0.2, and it is in pounds. So for every 2 pounds of this product, 0.2 is the amount of active ingredient. And they want the application rate in active ingredient per 1,000 square feet. So what we'll do is we'll take 0.2 pounds per 1,000 square feet. And just to be extra clear, that is 0.2 pounds of active ingredient per 1,000 square foot of land. If you have any further questions, feel free to use the comment section below, or you may read the article specific for this in the link provided in the description. I will also be producing a part 2 for examples that are slightly more complicated. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.